Good day, everyone. In today's session, we're going to do calculus, specifically differentiation by first principle. I'm going to use a question which was asked in Math 1120, question 6b, which was use the differentiation from first principles to find the derivative of f of x is equal to 4x squared minus 3x. So the function we've been given, I'm going to write it there, is f of x is equal to 4x squared minus 3x. So to use the first principle, I'm going to write the formula. So it is f prime of x. This prime is just showing that we are differentiating, so it's just the derivative. So f prime of x is equal to limit as h approaches 0, then we have f x plus h as such, then minus the entire function f of x over h. So let me explain what it means. So this x plus h simply mean that wherever you see x in this function, substitute x plus h. Then this f of x is simply the entire function we've been given. Then we have the limit there as x approaches 0. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to find now the derivative. So f prime of x is equal to limit as h approaches 0. So this function f, I'm going to write this function 4, but wherever there's x, I'm going to substitute x plus h. That's the meaning there. So I'm going to say x plus h, then it is square, so I'm going to write the square there. Again, minus 3, wherever there is x in this function, I'll substitute x plus h, then minus the entire function. Now the entire function is simply this function, so I'm going to write it in brackets. The entire function is simply 4x squared minus 3x, then everything there is over h. Okay, the next step is I'm going to say f prime of x is equal to limit as h approaches 0. I'm going to follow this. I'm going to expand what is inside the brackets. So I'm going to say 4 open bracket. To expand this in a shortest way possible, you can just say x raised to the power 2, then you multiply 2 by x by h, and that will give you plus 2x h. Okay, then you say h squared, so plus h squared. I've expanded that. Then negative 3 minus x, that will give negative 3x, then negative 3 multiplied by h, that will give negative 3h. Then I'll multiply this also, negative, I'll distribute it to whatever is in the brackets. So I'm going to say negative by 4x squared, that is negative 4x squared, then negative by negative, that is positive, so that will be positive what, 3x, then over h. Okay, so I'm going to say f prime of x will be equal to limit as h approaches 0. I'm going to expand now this 4. I'm going to multiply it with whatever is in the bracket. So I'm going to say 4 by x squared, that is 4x squared. Then 4 by 2xh, that is plus 8xh. 4 by h squared, that is plus 4h squared. Then we have minus 3x minus 3h minus 4x squared plus 3x. Everything is over h. Okay, so that is what I have. So I'm going to say f prime of x will be equal to limit as h approaches 0. So I'm going to cancel something here which can subtract. So we can see that 4x squared can subtract that 4x squared minus 4x squared, that is 0. So cancel it out to get rid of it. And also this negative 3x plus 3x, that is 0 also. So I'll get rid of it. Then what I'm remaining with is just 8xh, then plus 4h squared, then what else, minus 3h over h. Okay, so I'm going to say f prime x is equal to limit as h is approaching 0. So to cancel out this h, which is the denominator, I'm going first to factor out h on the numerator, so it will be h out. I'll factor it out h. I'll remain with 8x there, 8x. Okay, I've remained with 8x, then plus 1h is out, I'll factor it out h, so I'll remain with 4h there, then minus, I've factored out h, so I'll remain with 3 there, then over h. So this h and that h can divide, and that will give just 0. I mean 1. H into h, that is 1. So I'm going to say f prime of x will be equal to limit as h approaches 0. Okay, so at this point now I can substitute. So I have 8x plus 4h minus 3. I can substitute 0 where there is h. Okay, I can substitute 0 where there is h. So I'm going to say f prime of x is equal to limit as h approaches 0. I'm going to say 8x, where there is h, I'll substitute 0. So it will be 4, where there is h, 0, then minus 3. 4 times 0, that is just 0. So I'm going to say f prime is equal to, now the derivative will be equal to 8, that is what I'm remaining with, 8x, then 4 times 0, that is just 0, so I'll remain with minus 3. So basically this is the derivative. So my answer is the derivative of f of x is equal to 4x squared minus 3x is simply 8x minus 3 by first principle. So this is how you can find the derivative. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.